Hello, friends. Welcome to the Juniper House Show. I'm Recon Rook 24602, Church Militant, Colorado Springs chapter. I recently watched a YouTube video where it showed Kamala Harris trying to change Columbus Day to Indigenous People Day. Why don't you have 2 days for, keep Columbus Day? Because I'm a Knights of Columbus, and with Columbus, we celebrate that with Columbus's voyage to America, it brought Christianity to America. These people, if you ever seen Apocalypto, these people were killing themselves, cutting each other's hearts out and stuff, ruled by Satan. There is no salvation without Christ. So it had to happen. If you go back in time and say you would do something different, who's to say you would do anything different? A lot of the tribal peoples and stuff were savage to anyone other than themselves. This tribal savagery and stuff is it's still in our culture in a lot of ways. It can be addressed with the parable that Jesus gives of the tax collector and the Pharisee. The tax collector comes and kneels down, doesn't even raise his eyes to heaven, and says, "God, please forgive me, I'm a sinner." And the Pharisee, he stands back and says, "Oh, God, thank you for not making me like this sinner tax collector. I pay tithes and I do all this stuff. Thank you, Lord." But the sinner who wouldn't raise his eyes to heaven and ask for forgiveness was justified. Now, if you take that to like gangs and things or something, maybe a crackhead would kneel down and say to God, "God, forgive me, I'm addicted, I need help, I want to go to heaven and I want to change my ways." And then the gang member, "Thank you for not making me like this crackhead, he doesn't lift a finger to help him, doesn't pray for him, doesn't give him any words of consolation at the moment, nothing." So that's the tribal thing, and all those people of the ancient civilizations of America. Yeah, it's sad what happened to them. They lost their lands and their way of life, but there's no saying that it would ever happen differently if you would have been there, because a lot of those people were savage against white men and everything. I don't know the specific facts of Columbus's voyage, but I think he was a decent man. Maybe not everyone on his ship was decent, but times were way different then, and he did bring Christianity to America. Now I want to show you this image. This is an image of Our Lady of Guadalupe on Juan Diego's garments. This was back then in the 1500s when this image was. This is an image of the image. It's not the image, but the real image is on his garments, still available to look at in Mexico City today. And the Virgin Mary appeared to him, and he held out his little cloak or whatever, and she put an image on him with all these flowers and stuff. And back then there was millions of Aztecs and the natives and everything. They looked at that image, and within about 1 year, about 6 million of them converted to Christianity in the New World. And those were the people that had the temples, and they were killing each other, cutting their hearts out and stuff. And Juan Diego was a humble Christian saint, and she put that image on his cloak for that. That's still available today to look at. Scientists, a lot of the left wing will say we follow the science. Well, it's bullshit. If you follow the science, then tell me about the Shroud of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Tell me about the incorruptible bodies of the saints. Now tell me about how you can pray to the saints and your prayers are answered. because you can actually pray for the intercession of the saints, and they're answered. Time and time again, it's been scientifically proven. Anyway, I'm a 4th degree Knights of Columbus. I rock the Titanic in Colorado Springs in the Church Militant, Colorado Springs chapter. Navy of the Immaculata. Peace be with you.